Hello and welcome to The Broken Doll. Tonight I come to you with this beautiful German Armand Marseille doll. About the 1920s, turn of the century, 1900s in there. Early 1900s I would say she was created until composition took over big time, and the bisque were kind of waning out. Compositions coming in, just like what happened to the compositions in the 50s where the plastics were coming in and the compositions were waning out. This is a big beautiful doll that my father bought me for Christmas one year. It is very typical for back in the day, not my day so much maybe, but back even further at the time when this doll was made, for a father to buy their daughters a doll, and very much heard of. And it was a very tender moment that a father could share with his young daughter. And my dad, when I was in my teenage years, knew my love of dolls. We had a lady here that came back to Chatham. Her name was Pat Hunter, and she's deceased now. And she was an antique doll collector. And my dad went to her and asked if she had any dolls up for sale, something very unique. And he came home, and underneath the Christmas tree was this big, beautiful baby. Just to think many, many years ago that this doll might have been underneath the tree for another little girl. And she's gorgeous. Now she has composition hands and legs, and I believe they've been repainted. Not to the flesh tone that I would like to see them, but they're beautiful all the same. I'm not touching her. She's stained exactly how she is. But she is a gorgeous doll. And again, my daughter's cat thinks he owns the kitchen table, which you don't. Bud. Come on, buddy. Nope. You're not coming up here. Nope. So anyhow, I wanted to dress this doll. She has not been touched in over... it's got to be 5-6 years ago that I put this on her. She's dusty. What I do with these types of gowns is I just throw them in the dryer in a pillowcase, and sometimes I just let them go freely too, and let them be with maybe some towels, and let the dust come off that way with a nice couple damp towels. I have some older towels that I wring out really tight, and I put them in with the gown and just let it fluff around for a few minutes. It's not on a complete dry, just on a fluff cycle. And yes, so anyways, and talking about that, I have a new washer and dryer coming in tomorrow. No, Wednesday. My wash machine's it's done. It cannot be fixed anymore. It's got to be over 20-something years, hitting about 30 years of age, and it cannot go anymore. I have fixed it and fixed it and fixed it and fixed it, and then I refixed it. My dryer, the same thing. My dryer, my dryer still dries, but the only thing is that its parts are getting where they don't even, they can't cover them anymore, because they're doing, where I live, they said anything over 10 years they're not getting parts for anymore. They're actually saying when you call them up for repairs, if you have this machine, this machine, this machine, and if it's of this year, this year, this year, we don't have parts for it anymore. They're just not carrying them. It's almost like a throwaway type of thing. Have your machine for 10 years and then throw it off. Get another one. Throw it away. It's like a throwaway society. It's sad. So I'm going to put my dryer out to the front of the yard, and if anybody wants it, they can take it when it comes time. The wash machine is done. It's cooked. It can wash, but it can't spin anymore. And the part, he had the part, but it's not the part. It's something to do with something in the motor itself. So he can't fix it. They just don't have parts for it anymore. So sad as it may be, in this, we're just throwing things away. But anyways, back to the doll. Had to say that. But anyways, let's get her changed. Now, I've been noticing a lot of Mia's in this video. So what I'm going to do is take this cat here, and I'm going to put him in another room if he keeps this up. No, Silio. You cannot come up on the table. No. Now go. Psst. You go. No. Bad. There. Maybe that will deter him. He wants me to feed him. That's what he's doing. He was just fed. He loves to eat, that cat does. He's a beautiful cat. But he loves his food too much. Now this doll here is not a repaint. What it is that it's been painted, but the paint has not been cooked into the bisque. It's laying on top of the bisque, which is not good because of the fact it has a tendency. Now, is this going to be, am I going to be in the way? Maybe I should try it this way so you can see, and I'll stand the other direction, this direction here, like this. How's that? Okay, we'll do it like that. And so the bisque the paint is sitting on top of the bisque. So you got to be careful that your nails don't hit it and flick off pieces of paint. So this doll is not meant for children at all anymore. How it stood the test of time back then, I don't know. But she's a gorgeous doll. Just beautiful. I just adore her. You know, she's a lovely, lovely doll. And I'm glad I own her. But her body is very, very ripe. You can see that she's been stuffed again, and probably stuffed several times over. So I have a wool gown for the winter time to put her into. It's a brand new gown, but I'd love to repaint her legs. I wonder if these are acrylic. I got new socks for her too. Okay, let's do that. She's got a little pair of little diaper pants on, which is fine. I'll keep those on her. So what I'm going to put on her is this gown here. It's brand new, old stock, I should say. So there it is there. I got it from a shop in my town that was selling a whole bunch of gowns and everything. I bought 2 of them. And I didn't pay the price that says here on the tag. This tag means nothing to me because I know I got them really cheap. I remember that. Oh, I didn't pay nine something. It was going for $40 down to $9.74. Super value. So it's a small, and it's made by Glenn Percy. So Montreal, Canada. So a Canadian gown, wool gown. That's what this is. It's a wool gown. So anyways, let's change this little girl here into this. Wow, can I get this unbuttoned? Oh my goodness, that button is... That was a hard button to unbutton. There we go. So now I have it on a hanger. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it came with drawers of its own, but it doesn't. Okay. So we're gotta be very careful when it comes to putting this on her. I'm gonna keep the tag on her as well on this gown. Okay, there we go. Just don't want it to hurt her. Down like that. Okay, now put this. I rarely ever touch her. She's more like eye candy to me. And that's how I treat her. What does this say? Oh, I got it from the Goodwill for $3. There you go, everybody. That's where I got her, Goodwill. I don't know where I get a lot of stuff from. I forget. And time will pass by. I've had this gown for years too, so quite a few years. And yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that I have forgotten where I got it from. What I'm going to do is tuck this in, because if I ever sell this gown, the person will know exactly about the gown itself. It tells everything about it. There we go. No one needs to see the price anymore. Oh, that looks nice on her. This nice. She sits on a dresser on a big fluffy blanket. Safe. Nobody can get to her. And she just sits there and looks pretty. Now her eyes are stuck in that position, which I think some fluff has went up into her eyes and they won't move. So I would like to take her head off sometime just to maybe defluffalize her eyes. Tammy's new word. So this, and now this comes around and it ties up into a nice tie. Oh, there we go. That looks so, it's a little big on her. I can see that, but it'll work. We'll make this work for her. Oh, it is a small too, it says. Now I brought some socks. Can you see all this being done to her? Now let's just go like that a little bit more. Now I brought different colored socks for her, white, and I got some pink little booties. Now I think I'll go with the white socks for her. Let's just do that for her. Oh, no, wrong foot. I'm not in love with the color of her legs at all. They don't match her face flesh tone, so I think down the road sometime I am going to change that, her legs and her hands, and get her painted in the right paint color. Now I did bring a bonnet, a wool bonnet for her as well. I hope this fits her. If not, I'll have to go to my shop and get her another. Oh, that. Well, it barely fits. It's a bare fit on, but we're going to make it work. Let's make this work. There we go. Oh yeah, that will work for her. Oh, isn't that beautiful? She's a beautiful baby. It's not the right color, but it's the best I've got. I don't have like beige colored, what do you call it? Here's her wooden rattle. I picked this up at my thrift store many, many years ago when I was a young girl. And I found it. I take it to rattle. It works very well. It has a little hole in the bottom where you can put a ribbon around it. But I found it. I think it's a nice old rattle, baby rattle. And I just put it right beside her like this. She's kind of has her toy with her. And, oh, she looks beautiful in this. I got fuzzies on it. There's a fuzzy. There we go. Got that off. There we go. Now, see another little fuzzy. Just little dark fuzzies. They're not, it's not cat hair. It's just fuzzies. And, oh, that's a cat hair right there. There we go. Oh, and another one. Gee. I'll have to go over with one of those roller things I have here. Sometimes I have to do that because, see, this is why I don't like Mabel out in my shop, because the cat hair. I might have laid this down and she got on it. Oh, there we go. I don't know what that was in there. It was like almost woven right into her. All right. Anyway, she's looking gorgeous. But anyways, I love the long gown on her because that's what they would have worn back then. Isn't she a beautiful baby for her day? She's over 100 years old. This doll is well over 100, probably 120, 30 years old. And, oh yeah, she's a gorgeous little girl. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video of a German Armand Marseille doll. I hope you enjoyed it and you love it. And, you know, it's just, I don't show her very often, but she does need some attention from time to time. She needs to be, you know, I wiped her face off already before I brought her out to you there, so she's had her face wiped down. All I use on her is a, what do they call those rags that are microfiber? That's what I use across her face. That's all I will use on her. That's about all you can do. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this. More to come of these beautiful old baby dolls. I just love them. I'm trying to dig out as many as I can for you and just let you see what I have here. But she is a beauty in her own right. And I'm glad I own her, something that my father gave me. I have a doll that my husband gave me, and I also have a doll that my father gave me. My father passed away almost 2 years ago now. It's been so something to remember him by. Thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.